Welcome back, sweet little babies. Dubbed and Confused, episode 15. Winter 2026 is in full motion and it feels good. Last week we kind of had like 3/4 motion. We were still missing two heavy hitters from this season, and now we finally have everything airing. It's gonna be a hot one to go through today. Fellas, how we doing? Mr. Cream, Shaloob, how we feeling?
We're doing good.
Chris
We're
is
doing
Mr.
good.
Cream. That's
Mr.
right.
Cream.
Really, I'm Mr. Cream.
Yeah,
Overall,
he's
like
drinking cream.
from an just including everything, how'd we feel about this week? This is our first full week. This is supposed to be the hypest anime season in a long time. What's how the balls feeling?
Shaloob.
They're pretty tight. They're in sports mode.
Okay.
We're ready.
We're ready to go the distance.
We're high and tight.
High and tight.
Okay.
No, this week has been a blast. It feels good to finally get the roundabout of the whole season of what we're gonna be watching. So yeah, excited to talk about some of these new shows. So
Mm-hmm. We have a ton of stuff to go through. We kind of have like 7.5 shows to run through, so we might as well get right into it before we ramble too much, like we are prone to do. It's always Shaloob, man.
Talk for yourself.
The
pal.
guy can't
Hey,
shut
speak
up.
for
This
yourself.
guy can't shut his goddamn
That
mouth.
guy.
It's insane.
Hey, I'll break your legs, pal.
That's fine.
Taka.
It's fine. I got two. All right. So let's start with JJK. We'll go down the line by the way we like to do it. Let's start with the hotness, the hottest stuff of the season, and then we'll like work our way down to the stuff that is maybe a little lower on most people's lists. So JJK, this is technically episode 50, but episode 3 of this season. Man, just a massive exposition dump. That's this whole episode. There is nothing. I mean, I guess you could argue that the only plot thing is like that the main group, our squad, decides on like what everybody's roles are going to be going forward, basically for the rest of the season. But other than that, this is just a giant exposition dump, which low-key feels needed, and you can put yourself in a position like this when you are a show like JJK where you have these rules and laws to your power system, but you don't fully explain everything super clearly. It feels like up top. There are some people that I'm sure are smart enough, or maybe in the manga it was more clear if they were manga readers who like knew kind of everything that was going on. But I will just say from just a watcher, just an anime watcher, I have been like, I mean, I you get the general gist. We're in a killing game now. We're in a Hunger Games situation now. You got to survive the culling game. But there's other stuff going on top of that they run through. I'm not going to go too nitty gritty on like all that stuff because it's honestly a ton. But it's shit with Tengen. It's shit with Kenjaku's role. The sorcerer that has had control of Geto's body and what their goal is, and just the culling game overall. Like that situation, they go a little more in depth on that. How do we feel about this episode overall? Because it is just, they put themselves in this position where to make sure the audience was like sure of what's going on, they had to just dump all this. And I also would guess that the manga, and I don't know because I'm not a manga reader, I don't think they had a chapter where they just dumped all of this, most likely, right? They probably just explained this maybe a little more, thoroughly throughout the manga. So everything was kind of more spoke for itself at that point.
Definitely feels that way. I mean, it feels like a sorry fellas episode. It's like, we got to have all this stuff. Sorry fellas, here it is. We're laying everything out for you.
Yeah.
Even the main character is going to react in a way that like he's overwhelmed. Like it's a clear exposition dump. It's fine. It doesn't happen too often with this show, so I'll let it slide for once.
Let it slide.
Let it slide.
Yeah, I know. I thought this episode was really good. I kind of like the exposition dump. It definitely was needed. I'd like that they go a little bit more in depth on like the rules and like their plan with the rules. They go, like John said, they go more in depth on the plan in general about who's doing what. It kind of lets you have like a pre-notion of what's going to happen, so that way they can kind of just get right back into all the action and everything. So I thought it was needed. overall, I think I gave this episode a pretty good rating. So
I don't disagree that it was needed. I just feel like it could have been more fun.
Yeah,
that I can understand.
they tried to stylize it a little. They do try to
They did.
they do stylize it up a little bit as far as being so dense of like a just we're explaining everything that's happening and has been happening if you didn't understand. I wonder if this is the kind of episode where like they were kind of getting into this season and maybe they weren't even sure, but they were like someone tapped the director on the shoulder and was like, "Hey man, I got to be honest. We got to do something here cuz 3/4 of your audience is going to be completely lost if we don't do something to help them out." So it comes with the territory, I think. If you're going to have a somewhat complicated like system and laws to your universe, and you don't want to beat people over the head with it in the first couple seasons, you may have to come back with an episode like this a couple seasons in to make sure everybody's kind of up to speed on everything. So it is what it is. I'm not going to hate it too much. There are some fun things in this episode that we see that like still are like kind of nodding towards the future here. I don't know who the silly boy in the opening is, and I think we get an idea of who he is. I think we're going to get into that next episode. The comedian that they show at the end of this episode, I'm almost positive turns into this guy in the jumpsuit in the opening who's dancing around. I'm almost positive that's him.
Really?
I'm almost positive he's a comedian. You're telling me a comedian gets like an awakened sorcery technique. Listen, we don't know what's going on with him, but it's weird. Like if somebody gets a spotlight in the opening, you think that there's going to be some irrelevant going on with him. It's funny because you hear people reference like Hikari when they're talking about JJK manga and stuff. Like I've heard it multiple times. And I don't know if you guys have watched a ton of stuff like that, but I've heard Hikari referenced a bunch of times, whether it's people being like, who's stronger in the universe, whatever. And we're going to meet him very soon. But I've never heard of this comedian guy. So I'm like, I don't know.
I wonder if he's in the first season's outro. It was like everyone's dancing around. What the do we get?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I doubt it just because he's not in it at all. But who knows? Tengen's a lady.
Tengen's a lady?
Yeah, Tengen's a woman. They say it in this episode. Also,
I didn't even catch that. Yeah.
If you watch the sub, it's very clearly a woman's voice.
Well, there's only the sub that we can watch, I think.
Is it not? I didn't know if it was simuldubbed. I'm watching it subbed anyway, but it's clearly a woman's voice. So that was funny because I had only seen the design of Tengen, and then we hear the voice, and I was like, oh, that's a woman, and they even say it as well. Yeah, our goals right now, we got to save Gojo. We got to make a new rule by just dominating the culling game. We need to find Angel, which is like a super old sorcerer that should have a way into the back end of the prison realm to help us release Gojo. And yeah, those are really the main goals. That's like, I don't know. There's not really much to go through in this for JJK. It's they dumped it all. I'm excited to see where everybody goes. We find out that Choso and the teacher, spicy. They're gonna stay back and protect. They're gonna stay back and protect Tengen, which is cool. I'm excited to see like whoever shows up to try and kill Tengen because I want to watch them fight in depth. Maki goes to retrieve the Zenin's special cursed tools. Now that Fushiguro is technically like the head of the clan, like he can do whatever he wants with the clan. He's in charge, so they can just take the tools if they want. Yuta's gonna get some motherfucking points. Yuta's just off to get all the points. Yeah, that's his whole thing. He just said, "Get out there and kick some ass. Get out there and kill."
I guess he's gonna try to find bad guy cursed spirit technique users, or I don't know.
That is an interesting thing.
Yuta's
gonna justify this. Yeah.
Yuta's. When we first saw Yuta in episode 1, and he like kind of like we actually thought he was gonna try and kill Yuji before we found out he was like basically still trying to help him. In my head, I was like, "Oh, he's a badass now, and he's a badass in terms of fighting strength. I don't know if he's a badass in terms of like, yeah, I'll go out there and just kill 20 cursed sorcerers, no problem, or jujutsu sorcerers, no problem. I got no problem. I'll kill whoever walks in front of me. 20.
didn't
All
seem
I gotta do
too-
is kill 20.
He didn't seem too phased about it.
I know. Maybe he is just a
No, he did
badass
not.
now.
Yeah.
Who
I loved
knows?
it.
Yuji and then Yuji and Megumi will go and recruit Hikari. That's their goal, is to find Hikari and recruit him. I do know a little bit about Hikari's power, but I'm very excited to see it in action. Because apparently that shit gets crazy. So yeah, very, very fun. I'm really excited to see that, because I think once all this stuff is in motion, it's gonna be like JJK of last season, where it's like every episode we're like jumping between like 5 different storylines at a time. We're just going to keep jumping between who's doing what currently, and I think it's going to be hype. I can't wait till we finally just get like a crazy cityscape of just everyone trying to kill each other, because it's a free for all, like everybody's trying to rack up points situation. But
Agreed.
it's going to be sick.
For sure.
That being said, for this episode, we can't give a crazy score. You just can't. You know, it was an info dump. I still gave it a 7.2. Like, I didn't like drop it into the gutter. I still was like kind of into it the whole time, because I did need some help catching up on like everything that was going on in the story right now. But yeah, that's where I'm at. 7.2 on this one.
You're semi close to me. I gave it a 7.6. So I thought this one was good. I liked the exposition dump, so I thought it was needed, just like John said. And it couldn't hit an 8. It just can't. I don't think this episode has the flashiness or, you know, the continuation of the story really to hit an 8. So
The week 7 for me. My only real nitpick is that, like, yeah, it had to happen. We did need the exposition dump, but we have seen shows do it better. We have seen it. We have seen them tell,
Right.
you know, or show us, instead of just telling us with walls of text that I gotta sit here and read because I don't speak Japanese. And yeah, I mean, it was fine. It's just fine.
Yeah,
Week
it's
7.
fine. Maybe the 7 really, it could even be lower than that, but maybe the 7 really just comes from our expectations for the future, and that this is setting up like like hopefully just awesomeness. Like, if they do this, they theoretically shouldn't have to do this again, and then here we go, 9 episodes of just nastiness. Let's get it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the little bump for the score maybe comes from. But yeah,
absolutely.
I like it. It's fine. We're here. All right. Next episode, Freerun. Episode 29,
Woo!
and/or season 2, episode 1, whatever you want to call it. I love it. I love it. It's
Yeah.
how we feel about Freerun.
I love Freerun.
Yeah, I'll let Chris start this one out.
I love Freerun. I thought this episode was awesome. I mean, you get to see more of the story. They are in the marshlands in this episode for a majority of it, and then they find the mana nullifying crystal or whatever that Freerun had stored so many years ago. In the random bush, mind you.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like learn a little bit about the crystal, how you can like dump mana into it and make a bright light, and then the shenanigans ensue, and I love it. I think it's hilarious. I think that them falling into that pit with all the mana nullifying crystals, and then Freerun just fully trusting Stark. It's perfect. It's such a good episode.
I think this episode is why you love Freerun. To me, like, it does a ton of plot happen? No, but literally, like, what episode ever of Freerun does a ton of plot happen? If you've watched Freerun to this point, that's not why you watch Freerun. It's not why you love Freerun. But you get great character development. The characters are just so lovable. You get more of a slice of life adventure style. In episode 1 of Freerun, they fast forward through an entire journey to show you everything that happened, basically. And then after that, they kind of then slow it down and show you a second run through of a journey, but it's all the slow stuff. It's them walking through a forest and just shooting the shit. It's them getting annoyed with each other. It's all that stuff. You get a ton of Stark development in this episode. You get a little bit on top of that with Fern. I love it. I think they're a really cute couple. I think they're like honestly a romance done right in anime that isn't cringe like at all. And Shalhoub has bad opinions, so we'll let him jump on this at this point.
Look, I don't know. I enjoy slice of life, which is why I enjoy this show. But all right, well, we'll just start with the good things. I mean, it was animated really well. I mean, the whole thing, like the little things they do right. Animations, 10 out of 10. Can't argue with that. I don't know, man. It leaves me scratching my head at times. Where it's like, I get what they're going for with the tone of this show. I just don't know how long it's gonna keep my attention. Like, you gotta give me some fights or something at some point. And it's not like it all has to be about the fights. Like, I just want to see something kind of like show me something with stakes. You know, I feel like there's a whole lot of not anything, and sometimes it feels slapstick at times. Like with the whole man of removing crystal thing, it's like, oh, Freerin just has this laying in this bush that she forgot, and now it's here, and I don't know. The whole crystal cave thing, I felt like was kind of bullshit. I don't know.
That's just objectively wrong.
Break your legs.
No, like this story needs this, like the whole point of Freerin is it's beyond Journey's End, and this is all the stuff that happened after the initial journey, and it's now all new Journey stuff with her new party, and you get to see all the similarities and comparisons. I mean, in this episode alone, you have the callback to the first episode of season 1 where Freerin's reading the book, and it's her reading the book with the original party in literally the first episode of season 1, and then now you have the first episode of season 2 where she's opening the book and she's reading her book with her new party. There's so many different like nuances that happen in the show. Like there's a scene in the opening where there's like 3 birds together and one of them splits off, and it and then later on you see like 3 fish together, and there's like symbolism there with like the whole Stark getting called in by the other group to try and like pull him away from Freerin's group, but he decides to stay. So there's like a lot of like weird nuances and things that you can pick up in the show that are very hidden, and you got to like kind of look out for. But there's so much symbolism. There's so much symbolism in the show. It's fantastic.
Well, you know, I recognize all the symbolism and all the nuance and all that. I just don't know if maybe it's just not for me. I don't know. I don't find it all that interesting.
It's a bummer because we got at least 11 more episodes, 11 more weeks to get through on it.
And it very well could win me back. I mean, maybe it's just a slow start to the season. I mean, Freerin has had some pretty awesome moments in that first season. So
yeah, Freerin will have awesome moments. The thing that worries me from your point of view of like you got to give me some action, some hot stuff is when Freerin does that, they do it for like an episode. They give you like one episode.
Necessarily, it doesn't have to just be action though. Like it's got to be stakes more than anything. It's gonna be like, oh,
sure.
Why are we actually doing this besides just adventuring and having fun with our buddies?
Which
well, you
see.
do have an answer to that. The whole reason that they're even on this adventure in the first place is so that way she can go talk to Himmel in heaven or whatever. Yeah, and so that's the whole reason why they are traveling. I mean, yes, but they're traveling together. Now you get to see what happens on their adventure, and it's essentially you're just seeing this exact same path that she took with the first party that she's now taking with the next party to go finish her journey of human connection, because as an elf she just can't really connect with humans as well. So she's like learning how to connect and grow and like build meaningful relationships, and she's also righting her wrongs of her past from not building those meaningful relationships with her first party.
I think there's a little over analysis going on here with that, but that is happening to a degree. I'm sure it'll win me back at some point. I know I'm being a little pessimistic with this episode, but I just thought they would have kind of came off a little stronger for the fucking first episode of the season.
Yeah, I think it's pretty in line, and I also think where they left off was like they were literally just setting out to head further north. So at the end of last season, so it's like I don't think they wanted to just like teleport and be like, all right, now stakes are crazy. I think they maybe needed just kind of an intro into the season episode, and I still thought it was a ton of fun.
That's fair.
Love all 3 of these characters. Like I just do. They're so well written. They feel like real people. they're not just anime tropes. We like listen by default. If you're gonna do an anime podcast, we're gonna cover a lot of shonen where it's just like bombastic, over exaggerated like anime-isms where it's just, you know what I mean, like this is the dumb guy, this is the brute, this is the, you know what I mean, the hungry main character who doesn't stop eating. And this show like actually just has like real people characters for the most part. And also they leaned away from Freerun in this episode. This was not nearly as heavy a Freerun episode as it was honestly Stark mainly, which I also appreciate.
Felt like.
So
yeah, I would like him to stop being such a pussy like pretty soon.
I mean, I don't even think he's like that much of a pussy, like for the most part. When they've needed him, he stepped up. And then outside of that, I think it's just more human. I think it goes into writing him in as a character where he's not just a badass that just kicks the shit out of whatever's in front of him every time. But he's like, I'm kind of a scaredy. Too, right? Yeah. Yeah. You think he's 15 or whatever, 16.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. I'm being harsh on this show. It'll win me back.
It's all right. That being said,
go ahead.
It's my highest score of the week at a 9.3.
Wow.
I give this one a flat 9.
That's not crazy. You don't have to say wow when you flat 9 me.
No, I'm just saying those are highest one of the week.
That's a 7 for me.
Yeah. It sounds like it.
And that's just doing it. It could have been lower, obviously. It could have been a lot lower, but I want to respect this show and what it's trying to set up. So
I would think something's going to happen. I know this is supposed to be beyond Journey's End, so this journey is supposed to be more fun than the super serious gotta defeat the Demon Lord one that Freerun went on before, but there's going to be something. I kind of refuse to believe that it's going to be. And to be fair, the wizard exam was a little bit more serious. When they fought against that demon, that group of demons in season 1 as well, like felt a little more serious. Like there have been like some moments here and there. They just kind of they go a little quick. It's like they come up and then they overcome them quicker than you'd think. But
it's fine because those moments are so good, especially when she fought that old demon lord in the first season, where it's like, I'm going to use Zoltrak, which is like the best spell ever. And like when I died, I'm sure that's still the case now. Nope, you're just a bitch. No. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Like, I'd love to see more of like those moments.
Right.
Yeah, like, hey, 80 years have passed. Good luck trying to do anything now.
It's like another old enemy.
It's like the best cornerback from fucking 1965 coming to play, like getting time traveling to modern day NFL. He's like, I can lock down anybody. And AJ Brown just blasts through him at twice his size. Like
it's like if Dion tried to strap up and go out there and cover Puka Nakua.
Yeah, a little bit. You're at your prime, old man.
I see what you did there.
Cool. Yeah. It's nice, right? All right. Number 3. I'm excited for this one. I was happy. Oshinoko, season 3, episode 1. I know there's some divisiveness in this group on Oshinoko. We're a little back and forth. I have liked it. Well, I think we've all been like, yeah, we like it, but like it's been a lot of not like kind of your point on Freerun and it not being serious enough. There's been a good amount of points in Oshinoko where it is very just slice of life / romance. And there's like, hey, have we lost the plot on the fact that like episode 1 of this show, like an idol is murdered in her home. And the plot of this story is supposed to be to find out who murdered her. And then we just kind of slide away from that a lot. This episode doesn't really help with that at all, but it does allude to the fact that it may not, like it's not gone, just with Ruby and what's going on with her, how she's being so shady lately.
Yeah.
Regardless, I like this episode. The big things from this episode is B Komachi, their pop group, is about to go big time. They're kind of on the path to really hitting it big as an idol group. Kana is depressed about Aqua, predictably. She misses Aqua, as would anyone. He's incredible. He's so handsome and talented.
He's down bad for it, dude. He's so down
yeah. The name of this episode is Down Bad, which is crazy.
Yeah, I love that.
So good.
Yeah, and then like towards the end of this episode, they just hint at it. They don't even beat it over the head. They hint at it a couple times that like Ruby's been different. Like Ruby's been kind of like much more calculated lately rather than her normal bubbly self. And we all can kind of predict that that's because she's kind of getting a little bit more into the mystery as well. And she might be next to want to solve who murdered our idol at the beginning of the series. So where are we on this episode? Shaloub, what do you think here? Oshinoko.
It's gonna sound weird, man, because I just shit all over Freerun, but I fucking loved this episode. There's something about this show, man. It's just so expertly written. Like the dialogue is so good. The dialogue is good with every fucking conversation that you watch. It's awesome. Like they really keep you hooked.
You're right. And as much as this show sometimes feels like a little overdone at times, like it almost feels like not a reality TV show, but like an overdone written drama sometimes, I still think it toes that line more often than not, to the point where you're like, actually, this is pretty well written. It's not overly done. It's not it almost gets there.
Those soap opera-esque moments are like very tongue-in-cheek when they do it.
Yeah.
Like they know exactly what they're doing when they come up with those scenes, and it's so good.
Yeah, it's like they realize they're getting too close to that, so they like back off or they make a joke about it at the last second.
It's just smart.
I'm shocked. I was kind of shocked. I was not expecting this to be like the Memcho episode. That they're like, she's like the main, like she's not the main character, but she's like the character that ties this whole episode together. She's narrating like the first 5 minutes of the episode, being like, "Yeah, I'm the one who's basically been helping us grow as much as possible,
doing all the work." Yeah,
more work than her own work for her own like channel and
spending more money on it. Like she's invested, and they have like almost 500,000 fucking subscribers now. Like, hell yeah,
yeah. No,
she's a beast.
For sure.
I also love that she approaches Aqua about Kana after like she realized everything going on with Kana, and she catches Aqua right outside of his shooting or whatever he was shooting for that game show.
Yeah.
And that was also crazy to me to like kind of see Aqua break down and like show her like, hey, Aqua actually does like Kana, but he can't actually be with Kana because he's worried about, the same thing that happened to his mom. So I think that's like a cool like connection as well that they brought into the show.
I understand.
Really just like Aqua's weaknesses. Yeah.
I don't think it was super shocking though. It's kind of in keeping with his character. Yeah.
I don't think it was shocking. I think I was maybe shocked that he was so forthright with it. Like, I'm not shocked that's how he felt. I guess I was just more shocked that like he actually kind of broke down and was like,
well, she drew it out of him. To be fair, we have seen other characters draw these emotions out of him. I'm more shocked to see that it was Mem. Like, we haven't really seen her do any of this type of shit.
Yeah, you don't see her do anything.
Yeah,
and they clearly want her to be the cutest because they give her a cat smile. So.
Yes. I was gonna say.
Well, she has like a cat design, like clearly.
Yeah. Well, technically all anime characters are based off of like they're drawn to represent cats with big eyes and features like that. But
but some are just
they really accentuated it with her.
Yeah, some are just straight up like beast people, like
yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff here. Okay. Oh, I didn't even mention this. We'll backtrack this a little bit. Sorry, this isn't going to be in this clip, but Freerun's opening. I loved it. I love Freerun's opening.
Oh yeah, I meant to mention that too.
That's fine. I just want to have it in here. I just want to be on the record saying I actually really enjoyed that opening because we got a couple. There were some shows that aired last week that I don't even know if their openings played on their first episode. Some shows do that weirdly, where they just like don't even play their opening and then you hear it in episode 2 or whatever because they want to have a they don't have a spicy cold open,
I don't think Sentenced to Be a Hero has an opening.
I thought they played it in this one. No,
I thought they did. Yeah, didn't I?
They have an ending for sure.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Which reminds me, this opening's kind of hot for Oshinoko.
Yeah. This opening's good.
I didn't love season 2, and I'm like, I heard this one. I didn't love season 2's opening, but I heard this opening, and I was like, this opening might rival season 1 because season 1's the iconic one.
Season one's one of the best openings for sure.
Yeah.
This one, I thought season 2's was good. I thought season 2's opening was good. It wasn't my favorite. I will rank it the same way. Season 1's definitely the best. Season 3 is second, and then season 2 is last for sure. But
I agree with that.
I've liked all the openings for Oshinoko so far.
Yeah, you can be the worst of the 3, but that's like, what are you, an A-? a B plus.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
B
not
plus,
you're
yeah.
not being shamed at all. It's just it is what it
No.
is. You're in rarefied company. Um, we've got okay. That scene is weird. We're kind of all over the place today, but it's okay. That scene with Memcho and Aqua is funny because they definitely get into their what did we call it? Their drama bag, their
Trauma dumping.
no, but they get into their bag where they
Drama
kind of get
bonding.
cute with it, and then like
Yeah.
for no reason did Aqua need to like tackle Memcho on the couch and be like
No.
in a very, very promiscuous position just to be like, yeah, I love Kana, that's why I left her alone. If you love her, set her free. Like basically.
Yeah.
Well, he's an actor, you know. He's gotta act.
And maybe that's
A
it.
little overacting, maybe.
And maybe that helps us excuse a lot of stuff that does get really bombastic at times in this show. Is that like, yeah, they're drama people. Like, you know what I mean? They're actors. They're maybe a little more expressive than the normal, you know.
And not to mention he was a friggin' doctor beforehand who was a shut-in and didn't
Right.
know anybody and talk to anybody. So
Yep.
Also,
It's easy-
going
easy to
back on
forget
that
that.
note, I also like that Aqua is still pursuing medicine. Like he mentions it briefly. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna study to be a doctor still," and I'm like,
Dude,
he's just gonna fall right down.
that
the
shit's
same path.
crazy.
Yeah.
old habits die hard.
That shit's crazy. Dude, Japan is crazy to even like have this be an idea in a show that like I'm a full-time actor, entertainer. Oh, also I'm becoming a doctor on the side. In my when I go home from my 8 hours of shooting, I'll just study medicine for 4 hours, make sure I get my
Yeah.
hours in. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Only Japan would do this. Like this
Just gonna be a super hot doctor. And
Yeah,
just, you know,
exactly.
he's the heartthrob of every woman on the
Yeah,
planet.
I'm a movie star.
Yeah.
I'm a movie star doctor.
Yeah.
who's
He's
handsome
doing
as hell.
roles where he plays as a doctor.
And I won
Well,
Japan-
Japan's
he takes his shirt off.
and I won Japan's sexiest man this year. No problem.
Yeah.
Just it's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so that's most of everything that kind of goes through in this episode. The last thing that's important to note, and we kind of mentioned this in our like preseason primer for this season. Are you team Kana? Are you team Akane?
I mean, it's like, are you logic or love? You know, it's like, are you following your brain or your heart on this one?
I don't. It
I
feels
think
like
we all know what the obvious answers are. The obvious answer is Kana, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
she's the best.
Yeah.
But like, part of me wants to explore this Akane relationship now that like they're starting to get kind of cute together.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Shaloub.
I
Like
know.
I'd like for it to be
I
Kana,
know.
but like I'm okay with it being a Kana as well.
It'll
I
never
Like,
be Kana.
I've
It'll
com-
never be Kana
we
as long
have-
as she's an idol.
we have complicated feelings now because like so much of all of season 2 basically, which Aqua and Akane were like in their fake relationship to this point. Like, you know what I mean? We're all like, yeah, but it was a fake relationship. And then you show this phone call in this episode, we're like, oh no, they work together for real. Kana's in
I
deep
will
shit.
say, oh man, I really enjoyed the Battle of the Broads during season 2, fighting over him.
Sure.
Like that was
Yeah.
so funny, and I want to see more of that because that was so good. And I have a feeling we're gonna see more of that soon.
Yeah. We'll get there. We're definitely going to get there because this whole episode was about how well, not this whole episode, but how like Aqua's been basically straight up avoiding Kana, and hopefully with Memcho bringing it up that like there is an effort there to make sure they're at least there, and we'll get more of that interaction going forward. 8.8 for me. Where you boys
Ooh.
land?
Yeah, it was a
I got
strong
it.
8 for me.
Yeah.
I give it an 8.1.
Ah!
That's a pretty standard 8.
I was a
pal.
little,
You bastard!
Yeah, I was a little low on the 8, but I did want a little bit more out of this episode.
Oh,
but
you want
I do
more
respect-
fight scenes? What'd you want from me?
No, I don't know. Like I just felt like the like 6-month time skip thing just went on a little long. So that was just my only gripe. But
Yeah.
I thought it was a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How dare you want fight scenes in a magical show where they shoot magic at each other?
All right.
Bitches.
There we go. Oshinoko done with. Let's move into Sentenced to Be a Hero, episode 2. This show looks beautiful. It does. Every episode, both the first 2 episodes are animated awesomely well. We get two new heroes introed, but it's funny to say that because I just say that sentence and it sounds different than what it actually means, like at all.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing
I
to
love
be a
them
hero
both.
of the show, but
I love them
Can we
both
call
so
them?
much.
Can we call them convicts?
yes, I mean no, they got to be heroes. They got to be
Sure,
heroes.
but they're heroes. Yeah, don't take that away from them.
We get. I didn't even write their names down. That's my fault. But you get the fucking zombie guy who's been reincarnated so many times that he has no personality now. He just is basically a zombie.
Yeah, his name is
Yeah.
Tetsuya.
Which is intriguing in and of itself. They actually showed a character like that. We've already heard it. You know what I mean? Like theoretically from Zodal, but to see it in action is interesting. And then we also get Homeboy who thinks he's like the king of the land.
Love that guy.
I love that guy.
He's very Arthur
The
coded.
people's king.
Very Arthur
Yeah.
coded here.
Yeah, I love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. He's the people's king.
Yep.
Except he is actually a badass though, because he can like inscribe whatever the fuck engraving he wants onto, like magical engravings onto whatever piece of shit he wants or something like that.
Not just that, he can build all those contraptions too. So like it's
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. So he's just like magical MacGyver, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He builds
he's like-
that death trap like treasure chest that was supposed to be helpful to people, and then Zodal was like, "You're going to kill 9 soldiers before they finally get this thing open."
Yeah, turn it off.
Sir,
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Sir, his name is Xylo. His name is Xylo, not Zodal.
Yeah, Zodal, you talking about freaking?
Oh, I'm
Gachiaki
sorry.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
Silly.
That's true. That's
Silly
true.
little
Good
goose.
call. Good call.
I was gonna let it slide.
Keep me honest. Keep me honest. They get sentenced. It's nice to another suicide mission where they have to go into these underground caverns and basically like reroute a new way, so that way these forces can get to and fro. But of course, there's just a ton of these demon beasts in this basement, in these what are these tunnels, and of course it all goes to shit because of course it does. So Xylo has to save these incompetent soldiers yet again. My question is, are we ever going to see soldiers that are not incompetent? Are we ever going to see like a? I guess she's fine. The captain or whatever ranking she is, she's fine. She has shown she can hold her own, I guess, against like a beast. But like, Xylo will wipe out like 5 beasts with one kunai knife that explodes, and it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the whole Xylo arc in general kind of reminds me of this game. Well, actually, no, the game took from the movie fucking Gladiator. Very much Gladiator vibes. He was a fucking captain, had his legions. Someone stabbed him in the back. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's trying to still be a good guy. He's gonna figure out how to be a good guy again.
Yeah. Which reminds me, they do toe this line with Xylo where he actually wants to play it as safe as possible because his number one priority clearly right now is maintain my sense of self if at all possible. Like I want to die. And don't die, because every time you die, you lose more sense of self. He is like, the last thing I want to do is start losing my sense of self. Then I'll never forgive myself. Whatever. Like I can't live that way.
Right.
But he also will just be like, I don't even know what the like full penalty will be, but like he also has to follow the orders of his superiors. He like literally has
they'll
to
blow his ass up.
Oh, right.
So
then they'll
seal
like
him,
permanently kill him, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Well, no, what they're gonna do is they're gonna kill him and then resurrect him into a different body, and then
so he'll have lost a more
they'll
sense
never-
of self.
yeah,
Exactly. They'll never
exactly.
permanently kill him because that's too easy.
Right. So he has to toe this line of he can't have his cake or eat it too. He tries to play it safe. He doesn't he wants to fight all out, but he's like, I can't risk dying. But then also he's like, but I have to follow the orders I'm given. This sucks.
Yeah, I mean, so he's smart though. He's trying to find the chinks in the armor, and he's gonna figure it out.
Which I do appreciate. There are so many characters, and this happens a little bit at the end of this episode. Like, oh, he sees the little girl's face saying like, "Is my daddy in there? Can you save my daddy?" And he's, he has a little bit of anime MC to him there, where he's just like, "Okay, I'll do it because of that cute little girl." But like,
Yeah.
at least to some extent, I appreciate how mindful he's being of like, that's dumb.
Well-
Why would I risk my ass if I don't have to? I don't want to risk
Come on,
losing my
pal.
sense of self. I know, but like,
There's only one Guts out there, all right?
yeah.
True.
Not
Yeah.
everybody can be Guts.
Something else I want to mention, that they talk about the sacred seals being really important, especially when they were talking about the king originally and like when they first introduced him. They later on say that Xylo has 2 sacred seals other than the death killing one. And we
Well, I
know
think
that
they
the
said that he has a couple seals, but he can only use 2 of them.
yeah, maybe that's what it was. But I know that like the
Yeah.
2 that he can use is the light one or whatever, which he uses for his knives, and then there was another one I think he used. I don't remember. I
The
didn't write
flight
it down,
one.
but yes, that's what it was. But
Yes.
yeah, so that I think that's cool to note that like he does have other sacred seals as well, and like
Yeah,
what
I'm
else
wondering
could the
how
sacred
they.
seals do?
Yeah, how are they limiting him? Like, what can he do to earn those back? I'm sure that'll come into play at some point.
Yeah. Yep. I would expect so. Also, we get just these fucking religious pieces of shit. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh, really
All of them
grinds my
suck.
gears.
All of them. I literally wrote these religious boys piss me off. On site, it would be on
And
site.
it's by
these
demand,
guys.
and it's by not demand. It's by they drew it up that way. It's smart writing, is what
Yeah.
it is. Like you want to hate these guys. They do a great job of making you hate these guys, but it's almost too obvious.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is, but man, they're so annoying. As soon as that guy was on screen, I was like, "Oh, why are you here, bro? What help are
Yep.
you giving to this mission? Get this man
Yep.
out of here."
One of those classic tropes where it's like, I've seen this before.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically where we ran on this episode. We're kind of setting up for next episode to really be the hot one, where they're going on this rescue mission to try and save as many people that are deeper in the mines as possible. We'll see what that culminates in theoretically, and by theoretically, I mean it almost assuredly will lead to the actual demon lord that is inside of this mine. I'm excited for that. Yeah, where we land on this? Where's our ratings at?
99999.
That's awesome.
Go ahead, Chrissy.
This episode I gave it an 8.8.
I went 8.2 on this one. I'm a little lower on this one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
So
like
much
this
good in
episode a
this.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
It was good.
I also,
It was good, but it was also kind of an in-between episode. Like they're kind of after the hype that was episode 1, and they're also trying to set up episode 3 to be like a new demon lord kind of situation, and this was kind of just setting up this little mission. It wasn't bad. It was a lot of good,
setup
but
episode.
yeah.
I'm smelling a 10 coming down the pipeline with this show, boys.
It's
I mean,
not.
this show's.
It's certainly possible. I'm not going to rule it out. I think
This
I need
was a
to.
good
I think
one.
I need to cry to give something a 10.
Yeah, I agree. I need to cry. I need to laugh. I need to feel the full range of emotion
Yeah, yeah.
for an episode to truly be a 10 out of 10.
All right, now we get to the real heavy hitters of this season. Trigun Stargaze, episode 2. Honestly,
Didn't hate it.
didn't hate it. Didn't
Pretty
hate it. Not the worst episode this week. Honestly,
No.
higher rated than Jujutsu Kaisen. Who would have thought?
Interesting.
wow.
You gave JJK a 7, a soft 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. He's a bozo. That's why.
All
That's
right.
what it is.
In this episode, we get Hoppered versus Eric's. Vash is back, man. Vash is back, and we get the kind of result of Hoppered, and we get his backstory as well. It's a very heart-touching, heartfelt episode that culminates in Vash being back. How do we like Chrissy? Cream Man?
I like this episode. I thought it was good. Don't call me Cream Man.
Cream Boy?
The cream and
Mr. Cream is fine. If we're gonna stick with the cream things, I think Mr. Cream is fine. I like this episode. I was trying to like relate it back to the original series and like see how in line they're kind of following this story. I don't remember the little girl being in the story this early on. I thought it was somebody else that Hopper had said he was gonna kill. But I could be mistaken. It's just kind of fuzzy right now with like what happens. But yeah, I think they're following the original pretty much to the T. They're definitely following the storyline of the manga a lot more, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be all in all a really good series, and I think it's gonna take away from the silliness of the original series and kind of hit us with a lot more of the like heavy hitting stuff that Trigun actually is. But I hope they do bring some of the silliness back because Vash is a fairly silly character. So I'd like to see him, keep that kind of silliness later down the line.
Yeah, I was curious to ask you guys about the whole Hopper thing. Like, was he like he was in the original anime, and did he also have as short of a showing? Like
They take a while to
he's
get to him in
really,
the original. He's not
There's
super
like
super
2 or
early.
3 episodes in. Yeah.
but he still only lasts for like an episode and a half. Like they don't really go into his backstory all that much because they told us, the very minimal amount for us to care about him. In my
They do
opinion.
the same. They do the same. You do learn about the original Erics and things like that too
Okay.
in the original.
They never go into like why he has little legs and
Well, they may have given us.
torso.
They may have given us even less.
No.
Like honestly, just because
Really.
in at least in this series, at least in Stampede, we actually see July and everything that happens in July. In the old one, they just have to reference July because it doesn't happen in that season. In the anime they ran. So at least we had the reference of what actually happened in July fully. But yeah, they don't really go too much deeper on him aside from the girl he was caring for before Vash. But
Yeah.
So it's just a goofy ass world. It is what it is.
yeah,
Pretty much.
He's I don't know. He kind of got to me just kind of because he was this for no reason caretaker type character. Like he had no
Twice.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice, 2 separate times. Like basically a stranger. He was just like, "I'll nurse you back," just because.
Well,
like,
because
I don't know.
it seems like he knew that like Vash was involved with the explosion of July 2.
He
So
was.
not only did he was a painstaking caretaker for 2 people, he cared for the guy who killed his first person that he was taking care of. So that's tough, man.
But it seems like he cared for him to bring him back, so that way he could try to kill him. But it's one of those
I
things where
never
it's like
got that vibe though.
I agree. It's one of those things where he's like, I almost wish, not even wish, I almost think that he wanted Vash to kill him. Like,
I think if we're assuming layers to this character, then it's probably like, yeah, keeping him alive and to the point where he came back to life, so then he could finally talk to him and be like, is this guy a piece of shit or not? Do I have to kill him? So if
right.
he's not a piece of shit, then I feel good about bringing it back.
Yeah,
And then the little girl landing was just a total fucking monkey wrench into everything. So
could be. And I wonder if it comes from a place of like, I was with this person, not with, but you know what I mean? Like him with the blind girl. And
yeah,
she dies while he's out. And he's like, why her? Like, why wasn't I there? Kind of thing.
yeah, he wanted answers.
And so by being able to try and fight Vash later, it's kind of like, at least if I die by his hands, it's almost like we died from the same thing because he's the one who caused July. And then it feels like this was right. I should have always been with her when she died. Kind of thing. And they don't go too deep into that, but I feel like that could totally work as kind of the interpretation there.
It's cathartic. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I like it. He's definitely one of those characters where like he wanted to kill Vash, but he didn't really want to kill Vash.
He almost did it because he felt bad. Yeah.
Right. And yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where we left off. We're kind of leaving off with, yeah, Vash is back. Hopefully he comes closer to his regular self, like Chris said. From the original show, I always remember how fun Vash is, and he wasn't even really that fun in season 1. He was fine. Hopefully he gets back to being more fun himself in this season, a little bit at least. But we'll see. He seems super serious right now. I don't know where they'll go with him, but I hope it goes in a good direction. But yeah. That's where I'm at.
I'd also like to see I can't remember his name, the cross guy.
They mowed him down
at the very end.
Yeah, I love that they mowed him down at the end. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. Especially because Meryl knows him from season 1 technically. Mm-hmm. So it's even funnier to see that she mows him down.
What's his name?
Wolf something?
Wolf. Yeah, it's like Wolfenstein or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that. But I thought it was hilarious. I think, and then Millie just been like, Millie, classic Millie, love her to death. Still my favorite character in the show.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, that was an 8 for me. Easy 8.
I gave it an 8.5. Nice score.
Nice. I gave it a flat 8 as well.
Cool. You know what? We'll take that. We get that on Stampede all season. No complaints.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Fire Force. Episode whatever. I forgot to even look it up how many episodes they're in on this. I guess this is what, episode 20,
Who cares?
26. Are they 26, 26, and then so 54 probably? 54-ish maybe? I'll look it up
Look
later.
at this a quick one so we can talk
I literally
about it
just
later.
wrote episode 2.
Yeah, okay. This is Benny Maru versus Benny Maru's old boss, old chief of Squad 8 or whatever. They're not Squad 8, whatever squad they are. Doesn't matter.
Squad 7, I think. Or
Benny
whatever.
Maru,
5.
you get Benny Maru's a little bit of his backstory with this old captain and how he became Asakusa's protector and how this old man kind of groomed him into being so. I don't hate the writing on this where they do like this thing where like the old man used to call him like a dumbass. You're like you big knucklehead, and then he kind of comes back on and goes like, you have to be an idiot to want to be this town's protector. So like he fits the role perfectly. I call him a knucklehead because it's what this town needs.
Yep.
Sure. Other than that, this is supposed to be a hype fight. Literally, the animation is mid as fuck.
It was all right. I mean, I like the stylistic choices on some of the things.
Yes.
But the water looked cool, you know.
Yep.
And they do
Water looked
explain that,
really
which is
good.
cool.
When they do the little sun diagram, like during some of the moves, like that's cool. I like those stylistic choices. This episode is like a 5 out of 10 animation wise. Like characters are not moving in this episode. When this is supposed to be like a cool fight, like a cool like Benny Maru finally shows his old master like his ultimate move kind of thing. Which by the way was literally just a blast of fire. It's just a fire beam.
Circle.
Ooh, let's get real creative in our fire-based system. And our character's ultimate move is I shoot fire at you. Cool.
No.
Boring.
Fire strong as the sun. Fire strong as the sun. I will say that.
Right, my fire's hotter.
Yeah, but again,
wow.
This whole episode, man, it was just a snooze fest for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Big time.
I was so bored just watching all the backstory of the fucking division captain originally. I was so bored. It just like, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing for this fucking season? Like,
I'm with you. If this is truly the final season, I'm worried that this is only part 2 of 3 parts, based on how the first 2 episodes have gone. You know how we watched My Hero, and the first 2 episodes came out, and we're like, we're moving. This is definitely the last season. Like we're a lot's happening in each episode. I feel good about this. We're 2 episodes in, and like nothing's really changed. And we're theoretically 10 episodes from the show being over. I don't even know. Maybe this is just our lack of research, and maybe it's already been put out there that this is only part 2 of 3 for the final season of Fire Force. But right now, it doesn't feel like they're going to completely finish the series in 10 episodes.
Yeah, they got. The
only thing that gives me hope
really ramp up the pacing.
The only thing that gives me hope that they might is the fact that you see first they mentioned that the water was looking that way because they're getting closer to Adola or whatever. Mm-hmm. Because of the fire, like the fight that's happening right now, it's bringing Adola closer. And then also at the very end of the episode, we see our favorite moon.
The Soul Eater moon, the call out, at least. You were hoping for a Soul Eater call out.
I was hoping for it big time.
I was really happy to see the Soul Eater moon. I was really happy to see that as well.
That's cool.
So that gives me hope that this will tie up in the next couple episodes.
Yeah, from what I just looked up, it is saying that the final season is season 3, and it is split into 2 parts.
It's 2?
Fuck.
But is that just okay? I wonder if it just says that because it's like we're not technically confirmed for a part 3 yet. I hope not. But like maybe we're just closer than we think.
That bridge when we get to it.
Maybe this is just gonna go at a breakneck speed from here. But
3 weeks ago on Reddit, they said that the final season is rumored to adapt 88 chapters and 13 episodes. So
all right, hey, I'd love that.
Give me that. If we're adapting 88 chapters and 13 episodes, and these first 2 episodes were part of those 13, we're doing terrible on pacing. I'm just gonna say it. The show is just not. You're not moving fast enough for what you need to be doing.
I'm pretty sure. I think Fire Force has averaged 4 chapters per episode. These 2 episodes felt like they were 2 chapters, like 1 chapter apiece. Like these episodes would have been in the manga.
You could have combined both of these episodes together as the opening of the first season or of this part of the season, and I would have been like, this is a much better episode. I know it's a little bit slower, but you get unpacked so much in 1 episode that it's like it feels like a better episode. Why split this into 2 parts? There's boring. I'm just so bored right now.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we don't like this show, and that's because it sucks. So, 5 out of 10 for me.
5 out of 10. Okay, I went 7. I went 7 out of 10.
I went 7.1. I did not go that low, but I was heavily bored.
I thought
with
about
this
going
episode.
lower, but yeah,
I was too.
seven's where I landed on this.
The whole thing just felt like cheap thrills. I don't need that shit in my life. I got better
I
thrills
will-
to get after.
Yeah.
I will say I did like the Benimaru like part. I like seeing what he does because I think Benimaru as a character is cool. But like, come on, give me more. Give me more.
Yeah.
Or
Mm.
don't, and let's watch something better. Speaking of which,
Speaking of which, Tojima.
Woo!
oh baby,
Golly, I mean, God, we just
It stays the best.
we just gabbed for 50 minutes just to get to Tojima. It's all life culminates to. This is the best 10 minutes of the week right here.
yeah, you got I mean, you just gotta trudge through all the other bullshit until you get to the real meat and potatoes. here.
I
This
listen.
episode-
You can't predict this show. It doesn't exist. No one could do it on the planet. No one could go into any of these episodes blind and predict what's going to happen in these episodes.
This episode is so good for no reason, and I love it. I love it so much.
It's so stupid, and then you come out of the episode, and you're like, man, let's do that
I
again.
feel good. Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah. It's like you're getting on the same roller coaster you've been on a million times, but somehow it takes a different loop-de-loop than you expected. You still have a great time,
Man.
and then you get back on, and then you want to get back on again. It's like, I'll wait in line no matter how long it takes to get back on that fucking ride.
Yeah. All right. So this episode, we get Seta and Spider-Man's romance blossoming.
Her name is
If
Senna.
you can call it romance.
You said
That's what-
Seta.
I said Senna. Don't
I
even.
kept the semantics. I don't know about romance though. They ain't done nothing romantic between the two. Of them.
I agree.
Dog,
Between-
They
between
hint
her
at
and
it.
either one
There's
of
been
the men,
so much
actually.
romance.
We knew this
It's
is
a
where it was going
romance.
to go, probably. Was like she
Yeah.
was going to be more in love with Ramen than she was any man ever. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we meet Senna's first love. I didn't write his name down. What is his name? It's like
like-
Hakuya or something like that.
It's a long one. Yeah.
It's Hakuya, Kyakuya.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Haketsu. or something, I
He
don't
is
know.
just is it slightly handsomer Spider-Man? is that
Well,
how do you
he's-
put it?
I guess.
He's less.
Yeah,
he's
like-
less pale. He's less creamy.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And the glasses, so it's some people like that. That
Yeah, that's
skin.
true. But other
Um,
than that, they look exactly alike.
yeah, yeah.
Same
it's-
hairstyle, same silver hair, same like body type build.
And
the whole nine
somehow he's stronger than Spider-Man.
Hold on, dude.
Are we?
Hold
Is this
on.
the power of love?
This
Are
is
we
the ahead of
developing the
ourselves.
power of love over here?
Wait. It's not even the power of love. I think it's the power. I think this guy could be it. Now, I thought 2 episodes ago that maybe Tiger
Girl.
Tiger Coach, whatever her name is, was going to be our teacher that was going to teach our common riders how to be stronger. Because we've talked about this. Like, our common riders just straight up aren't strong enough to beat these monsters yet. Like, they have to punch all out just to knock them on their butt, and then they just get up and they're like, man, that was a good punch. Good one.
You might be onto something here. Maybe
This-
it's not the power of love. Maybe it's the power of sheer determination,
Maybe.
like Undertale.
Maybe.
True, because like bro was gone for 2 years just to learn how to make ramen for this chick. Like,
Yeah.
But also, at what point are we just like, we got too many superhumans? When are we going to draw the line of like, this is the end of the line for characters that can be fighting? Shocker.
no, there's gonna be more for sure. I mean, like,
I would expect more
Realistically,
now,
there's-
but before Senna, I thought we were done with Futaba. I thought Futaba was going to be the last one, like kind of
Sure,
added to
sure.
the main group of like, these are our common riders. And then we get Senna, which it doesn't seem like Senna's going to be much of a fighter. She might not even be in the rest of the show. I don't even know. She might just be
She's
done
a
now,
gobbler.
right?
Maybe they just introduce a new Shocker man, though. You know, maybe we get like
we need a
oh,
new
yeah.
monster for
We're gonna
We
get
got
more.
Aquaman.
We're definitely going to get more, 100%. There's no way Batman and Spider-Man are the only two.
I need them to keep up with this dumb naming style of
But-
also
Well, we're
ripping off
gonna
actual heroes too.
we're gonna get Superman, but we can't get him yet.
yeah, exactly.
I do wonder at this point, is Spider-Man going to join humans? He's so intrigued by humans and the way that they act and how they become strong, even though he's thought they're so weak. And then he's like, wow, like some of these humans actually can like put me on my ass. Like, I wonder if this culminates in him being like, no, this species is not Like we shouldn't be killing the species. They're just like us. Like they're sentient and they can get stronger just like we are. Like, and he's like that's where I feel like we're headed, low key. Like he might get just accepted by someone in the rider group, and then he just ends up being like chill.
Yeah, I literally wrote a note. I was like, if the combatants lose their hypnosis or their brainwashing by falling in love, what happens with the monsters that fall in love? Because it almost felt like he might start having
He
feelings.
did.
For
He
Senna.
legitimate. Well, he was
Yeah,
he was
like-
definitely jealous when Homeboy showed
Yeah.
up, and like he was
Yeah.
like, because he was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Like I
Yeah.
thought we had our thing going on. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of sweet. Where he was like, he was doing his self narration. He was like, "I'm a shocker monster, so I don't eat, but I do find myself eating when I'm hanging out with Senna. I'm a shocker
Oh, yeah.
monster, so I don't sleep, but I do find myself falling asleep when I lay on Senna's lap."
Yeah, it was sweet.
And then of course
Yeah,
they Tojima the fuck out of it, and they make it so that like she cares more about the best ramen in the world than either of these dudes who could have been her
Gotta have
love.
that. You gotta have that. It's so good.
So
Yeah.
man,
I'm just afraid to predict anything in this show because you're gonna look like a fool no matter what.
no.
Like they're gonna come out of left field with something.
Yes, you're an idiot.
You
Don't
gotta-
even try it.
Oh yeah.
Don't even attempt.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Man,
yeah,
it's
go.
a
What
What do you
9
got
out
for
of
like
10.
funny? What do you got for funny lines, Johnny? Because I know you got some.
I have one good
Oh,
one
boy.
from this episode.
Okay.
It's really good. Wait, I think it's Spider-Man. His quote when he's narrating and he's like, and then we just started living together for some reason.
Yeah.
Like he
I wrote
drops
that
it
down,
like
too.
out of nowhere. Like okay, sure they were hanging out or whatever. They just like, nope, we live together now.
No, it was literally after. So I wrote this down. I was like, why is it Heavy Chop? Why is her name Heavy Chop?
Heavy Chop, yeah, she
Heavy
puts
Chop.
on her
It was
sumo
so
mask.
good.
Or not
It was
sumo
so
mask, her
good.
wrestling mask.
And then you do the
Oh,
live.
it's so good.
They did the live stream where she like just scarfs down that bowl of ramen,
Dude,
and then immediately afterwards I was like, and then they start living together.
dude, Senna wanted that spider thing, dude. Literally, the beginning of this episode starts with her inviting him in for a drink.
Drink, and then she's like, we can't do anything
Senna's-
physical, or maybe.
Dude, Senna's she's a chill out.
Senna's a freak. Senna's a freak.
It's true.
She's not really though. She's just had the thoughts. She hasn't acted on
know.
them. She cares
I
more about the
know.
ramen.
Facts. I also love the red bean bun scene.
Yeah.
It's a good backstory.
So good. Where
It's
she's
really
like,
good backstory.
I loved where she was like,
So
yeah, red bean
stupid.
buns are number 3 for me. And she was like, you're bronze medal. No.
Elite comedy that like she thought
But then also,
her guy left. Like she thought her guy
Yeah.
just abandoned her, and he's like, "No, I've been training for 3 years to master the art of ramen."
and also, like, what was he fucking homeless before he just saw this red bean pie floating in the air and went to dive and grab it and eat it, and now,
Well,
he's not homeless.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you picked it. I don't know if you picked it up. He literally was like, I wanted to fight to the death or whatever. Like his whole
Yeah.
edgelord thing, where he was like, I want to fight to the death and be taken out by my
But
like fight or whatever.
That came
and-
later though, didn't it? Or did that happen before?
It happens in the red bean scene.
Really?
Where
Okay, I
he
must
dives down. He's fucking bawling his eyes out, by the way, eating this
Yeah.
red bean bun. And she's just like, that's my food. And he's like, I've always
It's
wanted
delicious.
to like, yeah, like I've always wanted to die. And she like hands him her drink or whatever. I thought that was comical. What else did I say?
It's
Oh,
so good.
when she gets served the final bowl of ramen in like the end of the episode, and she's like, "This is my gold star ramen or whatever that I've been searching for." Dog, so much drool. What's up with all the drool and tears just pouring out of her body from her
Oh, she
eyes,
was-
her nose, her mouth? It was so gross, but I
She's
loved
feeling
it.
herself.
The scene was so good. She literally just like essentially
I
passed
love
out
it.
from good ramen.
I'm all about it.
I don't love it.
Tell me you've never
But
seen
it's-
like
it's
so-
funny.
Oh, you've never seen something like that before, Chris?
Okay. All right. What are ratings for this episode, boys? 8.8 for me.
It's a 9, baby. It's a 9.
I give it a 9.3. This episode was so good for me.
Can't give any Tojima episodes less than a 9 at this point. It's just.
I
so
was
good.
right
It
there.
stays
I was
good.
right there, but I also just missed not having like literally any characters we've
Everybody
seen
else.
so far,
I
like in
know,
this
I know.
episode.
I did miss it, but I did like to get to see how like Spider-Man wants to like interact with humans and like that kind of aspect of it. So
Yeah.
loved it.
This
And
was
his
like the
comic
equivalent. This was like the equivalent of a Tojima exposition episode. And I'll take
facts.
it. I'll take it.
Facts.
I'll
And
fucking
this is
say.
a good exposition too.
This is how you do it right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You show us. You
Insane.
don't just tell us.
Insane.
So good.
Oh god.
All right.
Fantastic.
There we go. All right. Last thing we'll mention. Me and Chris won't do a whole thing. Shalhoub, did you even mess with Journal with Witch or nah?
No.
Nah. We got
Ooh,
episode 3
this
this
one is
week.
good.
It's a little bit more of what we've been getting so far, but I really like this show. If you're a big like slice of life, like no powers, no, like I know we say free run slice of life low key, but like there's still power. This is literally just like
Pure slice of life.
like a teenager whose parents passed away, so she has to go live with her mom's sister, and her mom's sister hates her mom. So there's like this weird dynamic in that regard, and it's just real. This show like almost feels like an anime, but it's like it could / should be live action, and I know it has a live action already, but even in anime form, it almost just feels like it's not. It feels not like anime. It just doesn't. It
Yeah.
feels like it's actually being acted out. But it's well done.
I love this episode. I thought the like juxtaposition of dealing with interpersonal human relationships was done so well this episode.
Yeah.
I think just seeing the difference between like how she's dealing with her friends in school versus how her aunt dealt with her friends and is currently dealing with her friends in adulthood. I thought it was a great story. I mean, this one like really hit home for me. This one was like had the right amount of sadness with the right amount of like hopefulness and like overcoming that like sadness as well. It was awesome. I love this episode. This is like a 9.3 for me as well.
Yeah, I like this episode a lot. I really love these characters. It's really like a 2-character show. There's like other side characters, but there's only really 2 characters in it for the most part. I really love the aunt. What is her name? I don't even. Do you even have it off the top?
Makio.
Is it Makio the aunt?
Yeah.
She's just these. I really love her hard combos because that's like if I try to put myself in her shoes, where it's like, if I had a nephew or a niece who like literally had nowhere else to go, and I just had to become their parent basically, or they would go into a foster care system or something. I'd like, these are like, it's so relatable, these like hard conversations where she's just trying her best. She's just like, listen, man, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to give you some decent advice here.
Yeah.
And they're like tiresome. They have like a 2-minute conversation. She's like, whew,
What a drag.
that was exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that she calls her niece a drag twice in the span of like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So it's very relatable.
funny.
I like it a lot. Me and Chris messed around with a couple other, well, Chris mainly, but messed around with a couple other slice of life / romance shows this season. This is the one. If you actually want like a really good one, maybe there are other more fun ones, but if you just want like quality and just really insane, awesome writing, this is what you want. These characters are awesome. The writing's awesome. It feels real.
Yep.
I will check it out. I'm not a dick about slice of life. There are some that I like.
Yeah.
This is a really good
It's just
one.
very low to the ground. It's very low to the ground, like slice of life. It's not free run slice of life. We don't get a dragon, an underground dragon attacking, you know what I mean, your main characters, but it's
As long as the
it's
writing
really
is
nice.
good, I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Some good writing.
you would know if you like episode 1, you'll probably like the rest of them. So you could just try episode 1 and then go from there. I think that's what I'd tell anybody looking at this episode or this show.
That's on Crunchy. That's on Crunchy, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything we're watching now is on Crunchyroll.
Love it.
And I didn't even give a score to this one. I guess I just go give this episode like a high 8. If I had to give it 8.7, 8.8, something like that. Still really good. But yeah, that ends us off for this week. A little bit longer of an episode. But this is a jam-packed season. We'll get a little more concise going forward, but some of these shows were airing their first episodes, so they required a little more spoof in the rumpus. So that's where we end her off, boys. Anything you want to add here at the end?
I'm good.
Just love the way you grabbed that spoon right there.
We love you and all of your spoons. Have a good night.
Speak for all.